So if your manager keeps saying that you're doing great work, but nothing is actually happening, like you are not seeing any progress in your career, you are not seeing any reward, you're not seeing this, I would call it physical manifestation of your effort in terms of money, promotions, funding, and so on. Why does this happen and how can we solve it? So I've noticed a pattern in STEM, and specifically while working with STEM professionals, so with engineers, scientists, data scientists, developer, you name it, that we are often doing not only just the technical part of the job that it's required from us, but many times even more. So we feel that by working more and doing more, we are going to sort of get that recognition and so on, which in theory makes sense because that's something that we've been taught since the very young age, like since you started studying, okay, you do the hard work and then you get rewarded for the hard work. However, what we are seeing now is that it seems that doing the hard work, doing the technical work isn't enough. And my idea around this is that it's actually not the hard work that gets rewarded. It's the work whose impact is visible and crystal clear to the stakeholders that gets rewarded. So that's something that we as STEM professionals need to work on, because of course the technical part, this is something we are great at. We are doing brilliant stuff. There are many scientists, developers, engineers doing great stuff. But how can we make sure that the reward and the recognition actually matches this great work that you did? One of the ways to do so, and I would say the essential way to do so, is to show and make sure that others see why your work matters. So first of all, they need to understand what is it that you actually do. I mean, how many times have you been at a networking event and someone asked you like, yeah, all right, I sort of get it, but what is it that you actually do? Like that question is something that I believe haunts many STEM professionals, and the reason why people keep asking, because they genuinely don't know. Like it's very, very hard to get this sense of understanding for something so complex as STEM disciplines sometimes are. So we have to make sure that we are the ones that are sort of getting where they're at. So we are meeting them where they're at. We are the ones who are in charge of explaining our work in a way others can understand us. And not only for the sake of them understanding us, but that's just one step of them recognizing the importance of our work. Because if they don't understand what is it that we do, it's very, very unlikely, if not even impossible, for them to really say, wow, this person is making an impact, I want to reward them. So that's the first part, making sure that they understand you. And once they understand you, you want to tie your work and your technical job, analysis, experiments to something that is directly impactful for them, something that is very tangible. And I talk about this with my clients all the times. STEM work is often very abstract. It's very abstract even for us in the STEM field, let alone for someone who isn't that familiar with your specific niche and your specific discipline. So it's our job to make that work tangible and make this impact of our work very, very clear to others, because that's essentially what's going to get you rewarded, recognized, and funded. Now, the question is, how can we achieve all of that? Of course, this is like making your work visible and making your work clear to others. It's not something that it's so straightforward. It's a skill that requires practice. The good news is that it's a skill, which means that anyone can learn it. And I am a firm believer that if you put effort into it, you will for sure learn it and learn how to do it and then use it in your favor. But it is a skill. And as any skill, it requires practice. And this is exactly what I do in my coaching program. I help STEM professionals, engineers, data scientists, developers, scientists to really make their work clear and understandable to others in order to get funded, promoted, and recognized in the way they deserve. Because more often than not, my feeling is that we are sort of getting this first part of the equation right. And now we are missing this second part, which I feel is such a pity for many experts, because they are doing brilliant work and they deserve to be recognized and seen for the hard work and amazing work and brilliant work that they are doing. So having said that, I will leave a link down below where you can schedule a completely free discovery call with me in order for you to get a sense of what is it that I'm actually doing, how I can help you, and at the end of the day, if we are even a good fit to work together. So I hope that this video is a little bit of a food for thought for your next presentation, for your next meetings, for your next career advancements, and that you of course will find it useful when you are facing this situation. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time in another video. Bye bye.